So weather is the day-to-day conditions in our Earth's atmosphere, and the climate is the average weather patterns over a period of time. Conditions in our Earth's atmosphere, and the climate is the average weather patterns over a period of time to a large scale. So what he is saying that it is cold outside, he is just speaking about the weather. Whereas the average weather patterns, in terms of what the climate is, that is the definition of climate, average weather patterns. If we look at how the average weather patterns have changed over a long period in time, we're talking about hundreds and hundreds of years, yes, there has been a massive change in terms of average weather patterns. So climate change is in fact happening, because if we look at global temperatures, it has massively increased from, for example, 100 years ago. Change is the change in average weather patterns. For example, global temperature increases, the increase in frequency of droughts and other tropical storms as well.
So you mentioned droughts and tropical storms, so how damaging do you feel it can become?
Well, what I feel with these extreme weather events, it can cause serious damages to countries regardless of their development levels. But I feel especially our low-income countries, they'll be experiencing more severe consequences because of their lack of preparation, for example. So I think those countries, they are going to be experiencing serious consequences. The communities are going to be flattened, most likely, because of the lack of preparation and management strategies that they just simply don't have in place.
So do you think finance is a big part of the suffering?
I definitely think finance is a big part of the suffering. So, for example, our developed countries are, to an extent, very well prepared to, for example, combat the effects and the aftermath of tropical storms, for example, droughts, for example. And I personally feel the countries, low-income countries, for example, don't have the capabilities, don't have the finances to combat such a disaster that is going to be brought about by climate change, for example. I feel it is definitely a step in the right direction in terms of combating the cause of climate change, being the greenhouse gas emissions from human anthropogenic activities. I feel it's definitely the right step. However, I feel one of the big evaluation points behind this is the fact that the United States of America have backed out after signing to it originally. And because of the United States of America being one of the biggest polluters in the world, can we actually be combating climate change when one of the biggest polluters in the world are not agreeing to the expectations of the Paris Agreement?